Hi guys, in this video we'll learn how to create this master card animation. So each card have an animation. When each card appear, some animation happen like on appear, but for each card inside scroll view. If you have any question, let me know in a comment. We'll be happy to help and have a nice day. To save time, I have already created the data model and the UI. So first thing, we have the color item to give each card a different color. And I have here the card transitions. The data will display for each card. Here the data model and all the items and the UI. And here we'll create all the animation. But first thing, let's start with displaying the card and all the data. I need horizontal scroll view because we scrolling to the left and the right. And you pass in the colors. I need each view to display one of the items. And we use this one. Will be horizontal. How much you want to display? I want one view. Spacing 0. What is enumerated and why we need it? Simply, this function will give each item an index or a number. So we can use these numbers to create our animations. Also, we can use these numbers to know which item is been displayed on the screen. And here will return us a true or false value. Current index equal index. True or false. So what is this? It is like this. Here is the current index is 1. Equal index, let's say the index also 1. That's mean is true because 1 equal 1. But let's say the current index is true and the index is 4, will return us false. It's not 2 equal 4. Based on this value, we'll create the animation. But I need one more thing. I need to add GeometryReader to each card. So based on the position of the card, I will create the animation. For example, if the card over here or the center, I don't want to create the animation on the second view. I want when the card be over here, I want the animation start over here. So let's see on the finishing up, if I scroll to the here, is nothing happen. But if I scroll here, also nothing happen. But here, you see, the animation start on the second view. Let's add the geometry reader, after that displaying everything step by step. So I want to add the geometry reader inside the background. Will return as just the color. We have now the geometry reader, and I have add the position over here just to help you understand what will happen if we move one of the cart, because based on these numbers we will create the animation. And the geometry reader will be global, this means we'll take all the screen and we divide the screen by 5. And if the min x This means if this card position less 100, the current index will return as true. So, and I have here added inside ibis because I want always the numbers be positive, not negative. Because if we move to the left, you see is that the numbers be positive, but if you want all the numbers be positive, you can add ibis. If I cut this position, paste it over here, you see the numbers always will be positive, will never be negative. So now we divide the screen by 5. That means if the card reach over here, the current index will be 1. If we scroll to the here, current now is 1. Go back, is 0. But if you want, I want to divide the screen by 2. If we reach to the here, the current index will be 1. So let's do it 2. Now if we scroll to the mid, 1, 0. But I think 5 is good. So now I will delete all this because we don't need it. Now let's change the scrolling behavior. So now we have this line. I don't want this line. And on the scroll view, we view a line. So now if I scroll to the here, will take me back. It's like paging. On the fishing app, we have these circles. You see, let's add this circle first. After that, we work on this animation. I want to add an overlay because when I move this view, I want the circle will be always here, not moving with the card. Repeat this. So how many circles you want? So I want to know how many items I have inside the items array. Based on these numbers, we will display the numbers of circles. So we have only 4. I will say items array dot count. We need to add an ID. This one should be outside the scroll view. And I want to push it all to the top. Now all the circles are just black. We say current index equal item. If it's true, will be a black. S will be gray. If the current index is 1, will be a black, but the current index now is 2, so this one will be black. Let's add some animation. So now let's go to this view and create the animation. As you see on this view, you have already passed in the current index. We have here binding of the current index. And based on this, we'll return as true or false. Based on this, we will create the animation. Let's start with the simplest thing. So when we scroll, still you can't see the second view details. So let's do it opacity. This will be 0. So now if we go to the view, if we scroll, you can't see the details because is false now, but now is true, so you can see it. Of course, now still no animation. We didn't have the animation yet. As you see, when you scroll to the view, the items appear one by one. I will add an opacity and an offset. So what is item multiply 10, and on the delay also we have the same item multiply 0.1. So this way we have use the indices, because indices let us use these items like numbers. Now because the indices, the items is like this 1, 2, 3 and 4, and we can use these numbers to add delay between the items. The numbers is the item. If we just remove the item, we do 1 or 2 multiply 0.1, 3 multiply 0.1 and so on. We can just add the item. If we go to the content view, you see